Hello ladies and gentlemen, we're back for Tier 2 this time, Round 2 at China, and we are about to get underway. Joining me on comms for this one is Jammy. Hello Jammy. Hello. So yes, we're just going to have a quick look at the track overview here, but yeah, China, technical track. A lot of drivers like this one, some drivers not so much, but that's typically how it goes with the F1 calendar. But yeah, what a track this is. China, very challenging. Oh my word! Okay, we're showing the race intro for Austria. Abort. Okay. Anyway, let's go to the session. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I loaded that correctly. But anyway, yeah, let's have a look at the lineup here. We got BBX, Crystals, Brazzy, Rompustrat, GRL, Adam, Drew Royal, Horizon, Simsories, Pep, Matt, Man, Hoodum, El Sunny, John Wick. A lot of drivers we haven't actually seen in Tier 2 yet, but like John Wick, El Sunny, they are full-timers here. So this will be their first outing. They missed round 1. Curse, we saw last week, has a lot of speed, and there's talk of him having a lot of speed here as well. X-Jorsay missed last week, is here as reserve. Eversnacks, Icewind, the guys in the Kicksauber there, we're definitely going to keep an eye on them throughout the race. Kevin as well in the Williams joins his teammate John Wick to do battle today. So yeah, drivers out on track here. Jamie, give us a bit of intel on the track. What have you found this week?
It's a tricky track. The curbs can kill you, and especially if you get on them too much or use them too much. The rear end under traction at this track seems to like to wobble quite a bit, so you got to be careful of that, especially on the exit of turn 2. If you get on the power too much, the car will let you know about it. And also the double left that Atom's going through right now can be an extremely tricky corner, and the two following that as well.
Yeah, and there is a thing that I've discovered on particularly on this track is the use of ERS is quite key to pace. You can gain a lot if you manage your ERS nicely. So what I'm finding is medium and overtake are the two modes you really want to just be using. You don't really want to use the hot lap. Is that right?
That seems to be the case at all tracks, as hot lap is going through your deployment a lot quicker than what medium and overtake will do. Medium and overtake, you'll use more energy in the lap, however it won't use up the deployment as fast as hot lap. So you'll end up be able to use more energy, and overtake is far more powerful than hot lap.
There you go, and we'll see it here as we are on board with Eversnacks as he makes his way through turn 1. You absolutely send the car in. You want to carry a lot of momentum, but you have to get that apex right on the first turn in, and he does it nice. He gets it nice and tidy on the throttle and engages overtake on this small straight. So you'll see that back to medium, and then
that's
100
a good
meter.
First sector as well.
Yeah, that's not bad. And we know Eversnacks has been putting in work. Oh, and he has been struggling with that very issue. Traction.
The traction at this track is annoying. I've got to be honest. I've done that several times, like yesterday myself. So another pain.
Yeah, and you want to stay away from these curves as well, as you pointed out, Jamie. They can be unforgiving, unsettle the car, and yeah, that can result in a spin. But yeah, he's about to head on to the final sector here, and this part of the track is just crazy. It's all about this exit, getting on the power early, runs out nice and wide, wants to keep it nice and low on the banking, a lot of banking on this corner, but yeah, onto the straight, and he has plenty of ERS. He sees overtake engaged as John Wick moves fastest with 33 flat, but we're expecting 32s today, I would say. Yeah,
I'm expecting someone to sneak into the 31s, and that's the man right there who I'm expecting to do it. The curse of a very solid first lap of the qualifying session. What we'll say with Snacks is I've watched his lap, he could be using a bit more battery, but he's done a solid lap till 32.8, so you know, that's a good start for him. And BBX as well with 32.7, that's a solid lap.
Yep. You're coming in thick and fast here. I see another Cyber there. I'm going to jump back to Icewind. He's one more corner to navigate. And
he's very quick normally as well.
Oh, P2 for him. Yeah, you know what's funny? I was just watching the feeder series, and Pole there was 32.4, so I think that guy might be joining these guys pretty soon. That was X-Lacy in the feeder series.
Crystals with 32.9 as well. It's quite tight. in the mid pack of the field, and then obviously towards the top we've got Icewind and Kirst kind of on a bit of an island on their own.
Yeah, we've got some very fast drivers here. I mean, GRL Adam is sitting with a 157 on the board, but we know he is super fast. We have some tip off that Rumpelstrap might be the guy that wins today, although he is sitting in the pit currently. So, I wonder if is he
coming out right now?
Oh, there he is. Yeah. So we will get to see what he has got to offer. Hoodham as well. We also have the luxury today of pit lane Ted in the form of Kit. So Kit, have you got any info so far for us, or are you just having to run up and down the pit lane there?
The weather is quite gloomy, so I don't know. I can see rain coming in. I don't know. There's no drivers who has reported anything, but for the race, maybe, because the track looks quite dark, so the track temperature is surely down.
Yeah, that is a big factor. It seems in this game is rain. Rain's a bit more prominent than last game, and
is Atom being blocked on his lap? No, it's a slipstream from Crystals. Will he be able to use this and stick a good lap in?
Yeah, I mean, Adam is a reserve there. Gurla not here today, but one more corner, and he's got traffic ahead. He might actually get a wee bit of slipstream on the start finish rate.
It's 32.6. I'm going to check his final sector. He's got a big slipstream from Crystals. 40.2. He's stacking up. Yeah, it looks like it's given him at least a couple temps compared to the rest of the pack. Of the Icewind, who's done a really nice final sector.
John Wick also in a lap here. He looks like he's 2 tenths up, coming out of sector 2. Just got 2 corners to navigate now. Oh, and he misses that apex by a country mile.
Tricky braking zone there. Easy to get wrong. And he goes into the pits.
Abort. He's...
Now Romco's is about to start his flying lap, actually.
Yeah, let's have a look on board as he engages overtake on the start-finish straight. There is a bit of a bump on the start-finish straight, I noticed there, but he just plows on through.
My.
Yeah, and that was a bit unlucky. He's got another car ahead to navigate and seems to have got away with that just about. On the par early.
He's going to go for a roll there,
yeah, he's fighting that traction hard there, but gets on it nice and early, uses the ERS quite a lot up to the next corner here, and gets that apex quite nicely. He's going to hit the edge of the curb, and flat out for this left-hander. Just want to get the line right so you can just swing it in, come up the par, and then get back on the par as you once again find your braking point. And here it's pretty easy place to spin out. And you get a bit too eager with the throttle. After the 100-meter board turns and cuts the corner, maybe cut it a little bit too much, too much momentum. The back end wants to escape, wants to go to Narnia, but manages to keep it under control. He might have lost a bit of time there, I think, on the exit, but we'll see. 2 corners remain for Rumpelstrap. Yeah, I'm expecting him to shoot to the top of the board here, but I have seen a few mistakes
he'll be close with Kirst. Yeah, it's not been the tightest of laps for him. It looks like he's dragging the car on the track, but I don't know if that's going to find him enough time. So 33.
And that was involved, yeah.
33. No, it wasn't. It's 33.2.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, he's
P12.
P12.
Yeah, I was looking for him.
Okay.
Yeah, it didn't look like the cleanest lap. It looked like he was pushing maybe a fraction too hard throughout the corners, and it was costing him time.
Yeah, kind of surprised that he didn't jump up there. Whoever gave me that tip off is getting fired.
Well, who's on a... Oh, Kirst is nearly 2 tenths up on his lap, actually. And just starting the final sector now. He's on the exit to the back straight. It looked like he was 2 tenths up on the sector 2 split. So.
Yeah, and there's a McLaren very close behind him. I think he might be on a lap as well. Yeah, they're both on a lap.
he got out. He got out the way for him.
Yeah, he's invalidated that lap time.
Yeah,
so
fair enough. This looks like a very tidy lap from Kirst. This might be in either a 32-0 or a 30. Oh, he's invalidated it.
Got too greedy in that last corner, yeah.
Yeah. And it was a 32-0. It would have been, yeah. So he'd have been 5/10 clear of the pack. I don't know if maybe Icewind has that level of pace, but I'm not sure if. Oh, Icewind has nearly spun the car after being nearly 2/10 up in the first sector as well.
Oh no, oh no. But we've got B-Bix on screen right now. He's coming out of the last corner. Was a fast driver previously in SLR. I haven't seen him for a while. Goes to P2. That's almost pole position.
It's a fast lap, yeah. However, El Sunny with a solid lap. I must have had a poor first. Must have made a mistake on his first lap because he was up by a second on this lap he's just done now. So maybe someone we weren't expecting to be on pole might be able to snatch it away.
Yeah, and look at that. Eversnack's up to P3.
Yeah.
It's getting
He
tight
may
at
have-
the top.
There may have been an engineer might have got in Snacks's ear about his overtake usage through the lap.
Either
maybe-
that or he's turned on TC full. He's committed
Yeah.
to the sandbag, this guy. He's been complaining all week about how slow he is here. Oh, Icewind! Yes.
improves.
32-2
Even-
for him.
With the almost spin he had the hairpin at the end of sector 1, he improved by quite a bit. So it's a solid lap then. With time still to find, so we could have multiple people in the 31s here, to be fair.
Adam's about to cross the line here. He does not improve on his time.
He's starting a lap, I think.
Oh, yep, you're right. He is indeed starting a lap. We've got a Haas as well. Trying to just keep tabs on everybody. It's so hard in quali to know
Yep.
what everyone's doing.
I'll watch Adam, see what his first sector split is, see if he's improving.
Oh, and X Crystals.
Look pretty tall.
Yep. Oh, X Crystals into the wall, into the
Oh.
pit lane. Looked like he abandoned that lap. And
Atom is over a 10th and a half up in his first sector, and it's looking pretty clean currently in the second sector as well. So he could also be in the fight for pole. He is a very quick driver, as much as he likes to say he isn't. This man is quicker than he likes to let on.
yeah, that's kind of common, isn't it? I found as a league admin.
He's half a second up. If he nails his final sector, he could already be into the 31s. It's not the cleanest, but he's pushing that car through the corners.
Yep, some
Got
drivers.
plenty of battery to burn.
Some drivers crossing the line. There's McLaren crossed the line. Hoodham, I think it was, maybe.
He's starting his lap by the looks of it.
Okay, and we've got Adam here though on to the penultimate corner. He does have a bit of traffic ahead. I think it's not going to get in his way too much, and this may well be pole then. Just has to.
Oh, he doesn't invalidate. He cuts that curb nicely. I think we're in for a 30. Oh, he sticks it up, but I think he lost a bit of time in the final sector. But it's still a very solid lap. I think we got about. Wait, Kurtz has retired. Wait, he's binned it. Kurtz
Yes.
has binned it.
Yes, in turn
In-
1.
Turn 1. I don't think I've ever seen a car there. So
Yeah. I mean, you
on
can
the
run.
outside of turn 2.
Yeah, you can run out wide, catch the grass, and then maybe you lose control of the car there. So he's obviously pushing just a little bit too hard, but he will start P4 currently, and that might drop down a few positions
Yeah.
as we're into the last part of the quali. Pretty much 4 minutes remain. John Wick gets it all wrong out of the hairpin, and I think he's going to have to abandon this lap. I don't think he was doing very well out there. So it seems like
Is
there's quite a lot of
Hudim
drivers
is
struggling with this
struggling.
track.
Yeah, it's a difficult one. Any minor mistake and it can cost you big time. But Hudim is on a lap. He's coming around the final corner now.
Oh, no. And that would have been a
And
32-3.
it would have been enough for 4th, just behind Sonny. So, however, I don't know if he's got enough time. Unless he's got enough fuel and life in those tyres, he might be able to do another run. However, that might be him out of qualifying. However, he does seem to have some solid pace today. So, as
Yep.
do quite a few drivers.
Yeah, got Rob Bootstrap currently in P14. Was touted to be a pole sitter. Easy win, I heard. But here we are, P14. What has he got for this lap? One last corner to navigate.
Like
Does so.
nice final corner.
Looks like it might be a good lap. Yeah, it's 32.5 for
Solid
him.
lap. Yeah, it's a very tight field so far. The 10th hero there. Could be in for a solid race as well if people are driving around the race in these with these qualifying times.
Yeah, got her. All right. Sorry, I
Eight.
was just going to say,
Oh,
Jimmy, there's Horizon P14 crossing the line here. Only good enough for P10. That's a decent lap too, but 32.7 only good enough for P10 in Tier 2.
Yeah, 9/10 covers the top 14. That's pretty good. That's pretty tight of a field.
Crystal's on the lap as well, I think. Is he? No, he is not actually. I think he started
He
the
might
lap.
be, yeah, he might have abandoned it and is trying to maybe eke out. I don't know how much fuel he's put in the car, but maybe he's got enough for one more lap.
Looks like Iceland's just started a new lap. I'm just going to have a quick look at the chat here because I see Curse is in there, aka Milos. For the love of the troll, he says. Lepson in chat as well, and George MS. Hello, guys.
Oh, Icewind is down on his first sector, but only marginally, and I think there's plenty more time in his second sector. He gets a bit of a slide out, exiting the hairpin, but it looked a lot better than his last hairpin, so I think he's found quite a bit of time. I think between him, Sonny, and maybe Atom, those are going to be the three that are fighting for pole mostly, unless Snacks can really find a lap.
Yeah, on board with Iceland here as he enters sector 3. We get a sector 2 time. It is almost 1/10 up. That
Yep, he's found a
might,
10.5.
yeah, that's very close to pole. If not, it will take it. If he can carry that to the line, gets on the power nice and early, nice and low in the banking, runs out wide.
Now this is the problem. There's plenty of traffic ahead of him.
There's a lot of traffic.
Will they
yeah.
get out of his way? Because that Haas is swerving around the track. Yeah, no, it's not good.
He got the memo.
Yeah. Gets round the hairpin.
Yeah, missed the apex a little bit, but I don't think it cost him too much time. And then the last
Sends it into
corner.
the final corner.
Yikes.
He's cut it nicely,
Oh, my
right on the white line. And he's in. Oh, it's a 32.0. It's a very good lap from him.
Yep, the gauntlet has been laid. El Sunny is on a lap. He's only in sector 1 for the moment. We've got Eversnacks as well. Everybody out on a lap here pretty much. Apart from Curse, of course. Rumpelstrat as well, retiring in the pits. Bebix on a lap here. Who will we watch?
I'm trying to keep an eye out. I'll try and look at the first sector times. It's Snacks midway through his lap. He's down at the moment, but I think his final sector is where he's got the most time to find. Has Icewind back town? Oh no, oh, someone's off. AR Gamer's off.
Oh no.
Sector 1.
Oh no, he's currently P18. He's not going to get a time on the board.
Sonny is 2/10 down on his second sector split. Atom is at 1/10 up on his first sector split.
Nice.
So at the moment, oh, he almost lost the car. Snacks is crossing the line. He goes to third place with a 32.2. It's a solid lap. Much better than he was letting it on that it would be. Atom is down after his second sector split by half a tenth, so it's looking good for Icewind right now.
Yep, El Sunny through the last corner. Oh, he loses back end!
He's pushing because he was so far down after the second
Oh,
sector.
yikes. That was a big spin out there. It doesn't get in the way of anyone, so it's okay.
Can happen. Oh, there's a Merc around as well on the finishing line. Hopefully that doesn't get anyways. Bebix gets away with that somehow. He does not improve. I think only Atom can really challenge for pole here. And he's coming around the final corner now. Pushing it to the line. Will this be the first? It needed to be. He did improve in the final sector, but his middle sector let him down.
Oh,
But
that's
still a
frustrating,
very
yeah.
solid lap. And I think that means it's Icewind on pole. Unless AR Gamer, who did spin off turn 2, is. Yeah.
No, that is our grid.
time.
I'm sorry. Pulls into the pits. And yeah, what a tight quali. Look at those times. Not much.
That is a very tight 6 tenths from 7 tenths from 4th, 15th to first. That's an extremely tight grid.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, a lot of people at the start of the season said Icewind's too fast for this tier. I mean, if you look at this, he's obviously the fastest in this current session, but not by much. He does have a lot of guys very close behind.
It's a very, very, very tight grid, and that's always good to see, because that means, hopefully, we'll be getting plenty of battles on the track as well. But, you know, I'm just saying, two people, I remember Icewind this week saying this track's horrible, he doesn't like it too much, and Eversnacks complaining that he can't get the car to stop or get out of a traction zone, and they've both put in extremely good times, and they're both in the top 3.
Maybe that's the way to do it, you just complain, and through complaining, gain pace.
And Cursed, our pre-race pole favourite, along with Rompo Strat, down in 5th and 8th.
Yeah, he's going to be frustrated with that, but I mean, it's not so bad considering. He missed out on that last run. John Wick with P6 as well, not too bad, but Icewind and JRL Adam front row of the grid, Eversnacks and El Sunny P3 and P4. El Sunny was a tier 1 driver previously, and it looks like he's getting up to pace nicely here in tier 2.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that was a really good lap by him. I mean, he was pushing towards the end, and that's probably why he spun with. He had a bit of a poor middle sector, so he was just really sending it, which is what you've got to do. And yeah, he's got solid pace as well. There's quite a few people who have been a bit of a surprise today, to be fair.
Yeah, and let's go over to pit lane Ted. Tire strategy, what do you got for his kit?
I mean, arguably, it's a tough one. I think Jamie can echo my words when I say that the tires are really punished around China, and depending on the pace that you carry, I'd say that, you know, for the front runners, maybe a 2-stop is worth it if everyone else is doing a 2-stop. But the fastest one in tier 1 would be a 1-stop. But I'm still quite unsure how good these drivers are at stretching the tires in terms of tire life and taking care of them throughout the race. So I think we might see a couple of 2-stops, but I think for the more experienced ones, we'll try to push it for a 1-stop.
There you go. And like mediums, what kind of range are we talking for the first pit window?
If you're looking for a 1-stop, lap 11-12, because if you go any later, they will die on you. They drop off a huge cliff, and you lose too much time. So, yeah, lap 11-12. If you're looking for the 1-stop, maybe 2-stop, sorry, 8, I guess, and then really push the next set of tires as well, and then yeah. And hopefully you can catch back up to the training time, otherwise that 2-stop's looking like a risky strategy, but yeah.
Yeah, it looks like most drivers here are opting for that hard medium strategy, it looks like, anyway. Only 4 drivers on the mediums. Icewind in P1 is one of them. I tell you what, that might not be a bad call. If he is able to, you know, break that 1 second range in the opening laps, that could be key to victory. But yeah, as we saw yesterday, if the hard guys can stay with the medium runners in the first phase of the race, it's generally a bad end of the race for those medium runners.
Yeah. The interesting thing is that quite a few of the drivers are working their tyres quite hard on this formation lap, and on this game you can put a lot of wear on the tyre doing this, and it's one of the things, do you really want to warm up your tyres? You might get a bit of a worse start if you don't, but you'll save a good few % on tyre wear, and that can be quite critical at a track like this, so it is interesting.
Yeah, some drivers aggressively weaving down that long back finish straight. But we are about to get underway. Icewind leading the way onto the start-finish grid. And yeah, chat, let us know who you think's going to win this one. I mean, it's really up for grabs. We saw X Crystals last week run away with it. He is P14. He's a championship leader, and he's all the way down in P14. So, yeah, we'll keep our eyes at the back as well as the front here as we're about to get underway. Jamie, do your thing.
Oh, my thing. Well, still waiting on the cars to finish lining up. We've got AR Gamer last of the pack, still ready to get in his box. Oh, someone's left. It's DSQ'd in the formation lap. Yeah, that's fine. But all right, we're about to start the race then. Five lights, and away we go. And it looks like Icewind gets off the line. Well, Atom almost veering into the side of him, and now he comes under pressure from El Sunny, but he takes the corner much quicker and gets running. And Everstax is now battling him as well. But it looks like there's quite a few battles going on, but it looks like everyone's getting through cleanly. And Everstax does hold on to that position from Sunny, so yeah. And now side by side with John Wick. And but yeah. Oh.
Yeah, a lot of side by side
Yeah.
side action here. Oh, and there's a lot going on behind.
Big hit by a Kevin with one of the Red Bulls, I believe.
Oh,
And
no.
Kevin looks like he's come out worst of it. It looked like 3 cars. He was in the middle. Oh, there's a piece of an Alpine front wing that's gone flying as well. Off of Joe Royal's car by the looks of it. His right end plate's gone missing. So that's going to be painful for him.
Yeah, I mean, you need all your front wing in this track for
Yeah.
sure. And he's on the mediums as well, so like he's gonna have to switch on the 2-stop, I believe, if he's got no pace in that car. But I think he might just try and see how he does for a lap or two with that damage. But yeah, Icewind leading the way, almost has that gap over a second as we were discussing. DRS will be enabled on lap 2. And yeah, the gap is over 1 second, so this is crucial for Icewind. I think if he can't break this, it's going to be a tough ask for him to win this race. Oh, and GRL Adam going very wide there. Might have picked up a warning on coming out.
I wonder if he avoided that. He didn't.
Ooh.
Yeah, I saw he tried to just hang off the track and maybe let off the accelerator a bit and maybe avoid that warning, but he did neither. So. That's yeah, it's not a good start to the race picking up a warning there, because it's quite easy to then do that a couple more times later on as well as the tyres die off.
Yeah, Adam is trying to use a lot of ERS here to get that gap under control. I mean, it's tantalizingly close, but he's very low in ERS now. That might leave him vulnerable later in this lap.
Looks like Icewind's picked up on that, because he also started to burn as well. As soon as Atom kind of was closing, Icewind responded.
Yeah.
Try and keep that gap at 1 second.
And we've had our first pit stop from Horizon, so he must have got picked up in that initial incident in lap 1.
It must have done. I didn't see anything with him. It may be, yeah, maybe it was multiple cars running into the back of one another in the braking zone.
Yeah, and
Icewind it is. Oh, Icewind's round!
No!
Oh, no! Oh, he was
no.
pushing, activating the overtake, and he just went. That is, oh dear.
Oh, he's going to be kicking himself, but he just has to reset, doesn't he? He has to get back in the
Yeah.
game, but he is P17. And yeah, GRL Adam now leading the charge. That is huge. Eversnax as well. P2, he's dropping off the back of Adam here. He's struggling to hold on to the back of Adam. But yeah, Icewind, that's not going to help his tires either, as we're seeing Horizon struggling in Sector 2.
Yeah, Horizon looked like he had a bit of a spin again. It is a tricky track. Like, it can happen. Then when you start pushing because you're at the back of the field, you're only increasing the risk of more spins. But that is such a shame for Icewind, who looked extremely quick.
Oh, look at this side by side, Joe Royal and Rumblestride. I tell you what, that front wing damage has not done too much damage to Joe Royal's pace here. He has been hanging on, but has had one overtake since that incident from Rumblestride.
He is on the mediums though, so maybe they're carrying him for now, but I suspect in a few laps when the mediums aren't as solid, that his pace might drop off a cliff and he'll disappear. Which actually, with how it looks right now, Crystals is all over the back of him through this sector, so, and he is struggling, yeah.
Yeah, and Crystals is a very aggressive driver. He will go for moves if you leave the door open, if he sees a chance. I'm looking up front as well. Eversnax is biting into that lead. He doesn't get DRS this lap, and that means he's going to be vulnerable to El Sunny from behind. Looks like it's going to be an easy move for El Sunny as he engages. The DRS is open. Oh, and did Eversnacks get DRS as well there? No, I don't think he did actually.
No, I don't think he had it, but I think he might be running a lower wing, quite a bit lower wing than Atom. Oh, it's battling this. And El Sunny gives it up wisely, in my opinion. You don't want to go too cows through that final corner. It is a scary corner to do it.
Oh, and there's something going on with Adam. I just saw a big, massive lag, and he's dropped back quite.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's out of the session. The car is ghosted.
I'll invite him.
So Eversnacks takes the lead of the race. El Sunny in behind. So that defense from Eversnacks was crucial there. He is now leading the charge, and we have our first retiree. It's Brazzi in the pits. Kid, what's going on in the pits? Give us an update.
Well, it just looks like he has given up. Quite frankly, he wasn't part of the pack, and I'm quite unsure if he was carrying any type of damage, but yeah, it just looked like the McLaren didn't have any pace today.
Yeah, so he's called it a day. I mean, we generally like people just to keep on. You never know when that safety car might come out, but Cursed up to P5 there, so GRL Adam dropping down through the positions. Hopefully he can get back in time.
He's in the lobby. No, he is back in. I saw him join, but he's not back in the car yet.
Yeah, car is still... Oh, and there's a car out. That is Pep. I think it's Pep Matman.
Pep the man.
Yeah, he's span out of the double left-hander there, so he's dropped a lot of positions. Oh, and there's another car. Oh, it's Sunny. Sunny's had an issue, and it's exactly the same spot where Icewind had his issue.
Yeah, but it's a tricky corner. We saw Run Cruiser there yesterday as well, drop it, and that caused the safety car yesterday. Ooh, and Cursed almost running into the back of John Wick at the hairpin. It is a scary thing to be braking into that hairpin with multiple cars close to one another.
The concertina effect is real.
So, information on Brazzi, it was a mechanical fault from his end. His force feedback didn't work on his wheel, so he called it quits because of that, because he was sliding around.
Yeah, and Joe Royal actually pitting as well, Kid, just as you say that. He's had enough on those mediums with that front wing damage. And yeah, the new front wing ready for him. He switches on to the hards, I believe. Oh no, it's another set of mediums. So
I mean, wants to save the hards for later on in the race, I guess. But Atom is back in his car, and Icewind looks like he's making headway. Oh right, it's going to be a struggle for him being on the mediums right now.
Yeah, especially if you spin, it really does affect the tires, doesn't it?
Yeah, it takes a lap to get him back to normal, but then the wear it's had it is brutal, especially at the mediums, which are a sensitive tyre at this track.
So Eversnacks now in the lead, and yeah, he's got two medium runners behind him, and I tell you what, those mediums will start to be...
there's a Red Bull round.
or I say, not Curse still there, P4.
I saw a Red Bull spinning. It would have been funny, another one in the front runners spinning it around.
Yeah, and
he's gone for a big send.
Oh my word!
He doesn't get it done. John Wick cuts him off.
Yeah, that was a very ambitious move there.
To get a move on though. Catch Eversnacks, who's
yeah, and he's dropped quite a bit of time through that incident, and Eversnacks able to hold on to P1 once again. I mean, the DRS in that back straight, and even on the start finish, gets you a lot of time, but Eversnacks on these hards, he's doing what he needs to do just to hold off the guys from behind. And the longer he can do this, the better it is for him, because once those mediums drop off, it's going to start impacting on Curse's pace and everybody from behind. So that's an opportunity for Eversnacks to stretch his legs out a little bit and build a gap.
Yeah, and this is probably why Curse went for that big send as well, because he'll realise this. He'll be seeing that Snacks is able to pull away from the mediums in Sector 2, and this effect will only get worse. The more laps we go, he'll get further and further away in the Sector 2 until he's out of the DRS. And that could mean that Curse is then stuck behind these two mediums, so he knows he needs to get the move to keep on pace with Snacks.
Yeah, DRS trend from P1 to P9 currently, and we've hit this kind of vital point of the race, this racetrack. We've had plenty of top guys spinning out here, but it looks like everybody gets through it this time. Yeah, their engineers are telling them.
Atom is back in the car and he's in this lead DRS train, so I wouldn't count him out. He's on the hards, he's got some pace, so. El Sunny, however, has fallen off, and you can see the effect of this. He's now 2.6 seconds back. He just lost 6 attempts down the DRS straight.
Yeah, it's demoralizing. Been there, done that.
Kirst is
Kirst.
side by side with John Wick. That's a brave move.
Yeah, run the outside, very wide line for Kirst. Is he going to be able to get the inside line for the next corner? That's going to be crucial. Oh, and he gets squeezed onto the curb.
He's still there, they're still side by side. Now it's a drag race down to, oh no, I think John Wick's going to give this.
Yeah, John Wick's new ERS, that's why he's unable to fight it, so Kirst just kept it. Yeah, he kept the pedal down. Yeah. Yeah, this is a new Kirst we're seeing. He's very aggressive and he's going to go for these moves. He's not going to hang back. He knows the drill. We were just saying there, the medium guys might hold him up here, but this is what he needs to do. Get the move done early, and then he can be on the back of Eversnacks and cancel out any chance of Eversnacks running away with this one. But yeah, look at that gap from Eversnacks to XJorze. 0.8. Kirst knows what to do here. He needs to get this move done on XJorze as quick as possible.
Horser does have a lot more battery and he is going to deploy, so the DRS detection points before that snail corner onto the back straight, so he should be fine. Or he's going to close right up to the back of and Kirst is right there with him.
Oh, and there's another
John
overtake.
Wick and B-Bix, oh my! I wonder if B-Bix lost a bit of front wing there, because there was a big slap of contact with John Wick's rear tyre, but no, his front wing's okay.
Yeah, you can't half send it into that hairpin. I mean, you will get your nose chopped off.
Side by side, and B-Bix gets past. John Wick is not letting anyone go easy. He is fighting for these positions. But actually, Rompo Strat as well. He's here. He's lurking around just behind John Wick now. You know, so his qualifying wasn't probably what he was looking for. But he's in the mix in the race.
Yeah, and it's a long race. I mean, we're only in lap 8 of 28. But we are approaching the pit window for these mediums. What do you reckon? Like lap 10 maybe is ideal for mediums?
11, 12 for the one stop. Right now, next lap for 2 if you're going to really go gung-ho on the tyres. Because I think we saw yesterday Finley boxed around lap 13 from his hard, and his mediums punctured on around lap 21, lap 22. So if you don't look after the mediums even on your second stint, they can go bang.
Keep your eyes out on Ice. He pitted last lap and he is currently just 20 seconds behind the lead pack, trying to work the massive undercut as we've seen work yesterday. So we'll see where he ends up.
Oh, John Wick sends it down the inside under the hairpin. We were just looking at that last lap. It was B-Bix on John Wick. This time John Wick was the guy sending it, and that cost him a lot of time there. Almost. Oh, and there's it's Ferrari.
It's Atom. It's Atom. Oh no.
That was a nice save from him, but he loses a lot of time.
Save.
That's not going to do his tires any good either. As I think Kevin's going to go for a move, and I see Jorsey and Kirst for P2.
Yep. Because trying to hang it around the outside, it's a difficult exit that far wide. However, he's going to engage the overtaking. It looks like he's going to go all in for this. He really feels he has to get the move done. He gives it up in the end. Good braking by, good defense by Horser. Yeah,
and Orsia has a lot of ERS to play with here. Kirst not so much. And what's happening back there? Kevin and Sim Suarez going at it. It looks like Kevin got that done under braking at the inside line and a hairpin, but they're still going for...
Sim Suarez comes back through on the inside of the left-hander. And yeah, he's made it stick as well. So good move, good battling.
Not bad, eh? Oh, and Gerald Adam almost losing it again. I don't know what's going on with him. He's on the hard.
His tires are probably fried with the spin, and maybe, I don't know. Maybe he's fried his tires. Maybe a bit of tilt as well with the disconnecting.
And X Crystal's getting by John Wick there, so Joe Mike losing another position on the back straight. Extra Crystal's up to P7, but yeah, Cursed in a good position still. In fact, you'd have to say BBX, Rumbustrad, even Hoodem, all with a chance of winning this race.
Even Crystals, if he can, yeah, Crystals has just closed the gap to under 1 second. He doesn't have the DRS, and John Wick might end up sending a move. But if Crystals can just get that into that DRS, he's not out of this.
Oh,
and go exceptionally wide there.
Kirsten, Jorsay going at it again. It's a favourite spot for Kirsten, isn't it, to try something?
Yep.
And he looks like he's got the exit this time, yeah?
Got the better run this time, yeah. He's got the inside, and I think that's going to be a pretty clean move by him, yeah, it is. So now Curse is, now Snacks might want to get worried. His comfortable P1 that he's had for the last few laps might come under threat, because Curse is looking rapid and aggressive as well.
Yeah, and it might trigger a pit stop from Jorsay as he switches onto his hard, but we'll see. Icewind with the fastest lap as it was all kicking off. He's currently P14, but rapidly closing in P13.
4 seconds he's closed in the last 2 laps, I think. He is flying.
X Yorsay falling off the back here. This is what we expected around this point, isn't it? Where the mediums just drop off. Horizon retires from the session. He's in the pits, so he's out of this one. Oh, and BBX going for a move on X Yorsay. This is into the hairpin, and it looks like BBX is got just ahead and gets it. That was nicely done from him. Nice and tidy.
Lovely and clean. Yeah, very clean. Like Horser kind of. He didn't fight it as hard as he maybe thought. Curse, maybe thinking he knows his tyres have gone. Maybe just
oh, and Curse going for it and Eversnacks. Yeah. Oh, that was a bit late. Yeah.
This just needs to relax here. He'll get the move done eventually. He's got the DRS down the back straight. He's on the pace. You know, don't need to be too aggressive, otherwise it could all end in tears.
Yeah, I think Curse is just eager to just prove himself, you know, but that eagerness can lead to incidents.
Get you punished, yeah. A spin. Maybe a trip to the sewers after as well. It looks like these hards are struggling. They have been pushing them though, so this can happen. Curse is struggling all the way through the sector 2. Really like multiple corrections in the corner.
Yeah, X Yorsay did not pit that last lap. He's happy to extend the run on these mediums. I mean, he is getting DRS from these hard runners, so I think as long as that is the case, he's happy to stay out and seek out a wee bit of an advantage over these guys. As he will. Oh yes, he's closing in now.
Yeah, it's an easy move. Yeah. So now Curse is, he's got into the lead. What will he do from here? Can he break that DRS from Snacks? I suspect he's going to try to. And Horser still does not block.
Oh, Rumbustrad looks like he's lining up a move on X Yorsay. Oh, and he's not able to actually. It looks like Yorsay's defending that with a bit of ERS, but look at the grip superiority on these hards. Robbo able to get that inside line. Is he going to be able to hang it around the outside? It's a big ask from the tires, but we'll see.
He's getting involved.
Yep, he's patiently waiting in the background for it to kick off here, but Rumbustrad not giving up. Is he going to go down the inside? Oh, and the door's left wide open.
Gets it done. Gets it done. That was nice, very nice. Lots of racing room there left by Yorsa. Didn't shut the door on Rumbustrad. Gave him the chance, and Rumbustrad took it as well. But now he has dropped out of that 1 second window, so he's going to have to push considerably. He's fine. He's got back in.
Yeah, I think Yorsay now is the time to pit off these mediums. He's just coming under attack and losing time. As Hoodem looks for a move there, but hangs tight for now.
Icewind, by the way, has closed 10 seconds towards the pack since his pit stop. Been this around, around 2 seconds a lap so far. He's probably going to have to box again, but he might be able to get. He might end up podium potentially for him if
Oh, B-Bix and Eversnack's going very sorry, Jamie, but just into the hairpin. Yeah, B-Bix late on the brakes there, and a bit of contact, no damage that I can see, but yeah, that was sketchy stuff there. As Jersey looks like he's went into the pits. Oh, and he's actually run wide there. Didn't lose too much time.
This is going to be a tricky one.
Yeah, remember Hamilton? Who forgets that? So quite a number of drivers into the pits. Oh,
Sector
medium
2.
runners.
Is that AR Gamer around? Yes, AR Gamer once again around in the exit of that double left in Sector 2.
Yeah, AR Gamer, incredibly fast guy, but he just hasn't got the time to practice is the problem for him. So he's not having a good time out there today.
Yeah, it's a track where you really want the practice, otherwise you can kind of get exposed around here.
And there's big gaps forming. We've got like P1 to P5 DRS train, and then the rest is pretty much big gaps throughout. Joe Royal is on the back of John Wick. But yeah, I mean, a lot of guys out there in no man's land.
Yeah, and I think, yeah, I mean, Icewind, everyone down from Icewind has pitted, and then it's really only Kevin, Sonny, Atom, Crystals. They're not totally out of it, you know. It's like they're within a reachable gap of the cars ahead. However, Pepman is kind of on an island right now. He's sandwiched between Kevin, who hasn't pitted, and Icewind, who has, and who is coming at him at a rapid rate.
Yeah, and let's talk about Icewind. I mean, had that spin, went for the huge undercut. We think he might be on a two-stop strategy. How is that going to play out? I mean, obviously all the guys ahead right now have to pit, but we're thinking that so does he at some point. But he will have tire advantage when he comes out on his last stint. Where do you think he's going to end up in?
He could end up anywhere from, let's say, P3 to P8, I'm going to say. I think he's probably quick enough to catch up to the back of maybe Kevin and Pep, even on the two-stop. Because they both need to box anyway,
Curse has had an issue.
Oh no.
He's dropped down. It's not a big, I mean, it's cost him a lot of positions, but it might have...
at the end of turn 2, maybe?
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Coming out of turn 2, it's so hard, isn't it?
We've had 3 different cars in the lead, and they've all had an issue.
Meanwhile, Eversnacks just chilling out
Eversnacks,
front.
however.
The guy who struggles with no TC is leading the charge here.
It's the classic, isn't it?
Yeah, Curse now in P6, but crucially out of that DRS train. And yeah, Eversnacks is getting harassed here from B-Bix. Yeah, this is going to be a move down the back finish straight as long as he gets a good exit, and he does. He's very close on the back, and he's got a lot of ERS as well.
Think Snacks, yeah, he just kind of pulled over, let him have it. No point for him too much.
Yeah, we can't count out Rumbo Strat, remember? I did get a
Curse is going for a move on Crystals. Oh, not enough though, was. But now he's got Atom all over the back of him because he's gone for that move and compromised himself, so.
Oh my god, he must be so stressed right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Atom almost lost the car, crikey.
We've got Rumbo and Hoodem in the pit, so that's a bit early for the hard runners.
Very early. They could be within puncture territory if they, unless they're very good on their tyres, they could be within puncture territory about lap 27, 28. But I suppose they're going for the undercut and maybe use track position and hold the lead.
Yeah, the two Ferraris now running very close together. It looks like JRL Adam had those previous issues have gone and he's got back up to pace, but yeah, they're now 3 seconds off the lead DRS train, and that's going to be crucial as Eversnack's happy to chill here behind B-Bix, probably just contemplating when is he going to pit, when's going to be optimal. Yeah, so like, what are we thinking for...
Joe Royal's out. Oh, he's boxed in the he retired in the pits.
Oh dear.
I thought it was a potential safety car there for a second.
You getting flashbacks of that safety car yesterday?
Yeah. I just saw a yellow flag flush. Icewind is all over the back of Pep Matman. Which, yeah, he's closed a good 10, 12 seconds, I think, since he's come out the pit. I mean, if he has tyre magic, I mean, he could try going to the end. I mean, I doubt it, but he's on 7-lap old hards. People have got to pit. He'd be 10, 11 seconds ahead of the pack.
Oh yeah, and he extended the track there. Might have got a warning for that one on the final corner exit. As we're seeing more guys in the pits. B-Beaks and El Sunny. Eversnack's choosing to stay out for this lap anyway.
He's got a good gap ahead of, like, behind him, so he can take the extra lap if it, and maybe go one extra, so he's got a fresher set of mediums towards the end of the race.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm looking at these Ferrari guys. I know they're not. We've got one reserve and one full-timer in Crystal, but they could potentially work together. I mean, I think at this point Adam has more pace, so Crystal might be able to get dragged forward here with the aid of DRS and a bit of ERS as well.
Yeah, I mean, I remember Gerler last week hanging onto the back of Eversnack's DRS, and that did drag him along, so might be the same strategy for Crystals. Oh, he's struggling through the long right here.
Yeah, just keeping it within the DRS range, that's key for him right now. And yeah, that gap remains 3.2, 3.3 from... Oh, and what's this, Cursed? And Adam's going up the inside, didn't even see that coming. And he gets it done.
Eversnack's into the pits as well.
Cursed.
Atom goes out, and Cursed and Crystal's into the pits.
Oh, Crystal spins in the pits!
Oh, no.
That's a big one.
It's a Hamilton.
I'm trying to find him. There he is. Oh, he'll be kicking himself for that one. He is leading the championship, but that might cost him the lead heading into round 3, but we'll see as Icewind jumping up the order here is now P2, and with P1 still to pit, he is effectively leading this race, but we think he still has to pit.
Yep.
And our gamer struggling once more out there.
Now the thing for Snacks is he's come out behind quite a few people like Horser, B-Bix, Rompostrat and Hoodim. So he's going to have to clear them. However, B-Bix is kind of on his own. They've got a huge, they've done a huge undercut. 3 seconds B-Bix has gained on Snacks in 1 lap. However, the 1 lap fresher tyres could be a huge plus for Snacks, especially towards the end of the race when their tyres will be going out.
Yeah, and Hoodim, yeah, he's right on the back ice already here. I'm looking in the chat and someone's saying, I can tell you X-Ursay will win.
I would say he's on the best strategy right now. He's with the lead pack on the hard tyre, which should be the stronger tyre at the end. So, as we saw in the first stint, the mediums really do die after a certain amount of laps. So Horser could be on the favourite, probably is on the favourable strategy.
Yeah, and I'm looking at Hoodim on the back of Icewind. I thought he was going to get this move done pretty easy with DRS.
He wants to be.
Yeah.
He wants to be because Icewind on his older tyres is going to back the pack up into Rubits and Eversnacks. He's going to go for it here. It's a relatively simple move in turn 1. Oh, and Icewind goes wide and allows Rompo through as well.
Yeah. Oh, that's painful to watch for Icewind, yeah.
I think Icewind just got a heap of dirty air as Hoodim crossed along him, like their lines crossed on the first corner, and it might have just sent him wide. Yeah.
Meanwhile, GRL Adam stays out on these old hards, 17 laps, so these mediums are going to be pretty fresh, and he's going to have to make the most of them in the final stint of the race, because he's going to come out. I mean,
about 10-12 seconds behind Hoodim.
Yeah, like maybe P9, maybe.
But I think Hoodim and Rompostrat are definitely in danger of puncturing their tyres. 15 laps. Hang on, let me do my numbers. Yeah, it would be 13 laps on the mediums.
Oh, and someone's having an issue there. It's Simsori is actually getting overtaken by 2 cars. and drops down to P11, and he goes out wide as well, so that's going to cost him further time. I mean, these laps are only 5 lap old, but he's struggling so hard on the heavy traction zones.
Yeah, these mediums, if you don't...
That explains
what's going on here?
Yeah, a lot of lag. What the hell? Icewind...
He just...
Do you see that?
Oh, Icewind's in the pit lane.
Yeah, but the guy ahead of him slowed down there. I don't know why. Coming out of the penultimate corner.
Is there a safety car?
There...
Sim Suarez was stopped. What's Sim Suarez doing?
Yeah, I think his car's ghosted, so looks like he's lost connection. Oh, it's back solid again. So, yeah, noticed he was having severe lag issues. But yeah, Iceland in the pits here. He's coming out P12 with fresh mediums on, P13 actually, and he's got his work cut out for him. We'll try and keep an eye on him, but up front. Oh, Jorse is getting overtaken by B-Bix here, so Jorse down to P4 again. These mediums are the tire to be on at the moment, but as this race goes on, it's going to switch over to favour the hard runners, and that's going to be Jorse, and John Wick at P7 is in a good position as well.
Yeah, B-Bix does have the freshest out of the top 3, 1 lap. And as long as Horser can keep with him, you know, don't get dropped by him, he should be fine towards the end of the race. He could just use B-Bix to catch up to the front 2, who are gapping the rest of the pack right now.
Yeah, Jorse just about in DRS range. We'll get it this lap. And up front as well, Rumbostrat very close on the back of Hoodham here. Doesn't look like he's going to go for anything. Christopher Ireland and chat, Lars, how is it going there? Tire Strat, he's trying to get some intel for tomorrow's race. It's SMH, bro.
Yeah, Gamer tires in the pits.
Oh, Rumbostrat having a look down the inside of Hoodham, but no. Happy to hang tight for now. Cursed with the fastest lap. That is impressive. Yeah, he's on his own.
He's gonna need 8 more of them if he wants to win this race.
Yeah, I have a feeling he used a lot of ERS to get that time on the board. He's currently down to 24%, but I mean you can gain it back pretty quickly here, as we see.
There's a yellow flag.
Yep, he's had a spin, so he's having the worst race ever.
It's all kind of gone wrong for him in the past couple of laps. The lag, and then something happened. I guess he lost the car as well. Probably a bit of head loss.
So, yeah. Information on Snacks. He's not exactly catching up to the cars I had. I mean, he has fresher tires, but I mean, it's been stable right around 2.5 seconds away from the leading pack, and obviously that is because of struggles with the DRS. Whilst the front pack can DRS off of each other, he doesn't really have anyone to play with. So it's going to be a hard struggle from here to get a win.
He does have 2 lap fresher though than the leaders, and he's within 4 seconds. So those tyres can drop off by a good 2 seconds a lap if they hit the amount needed. There's another yellow flag. Oh, I don't know what.
Is that?
Okay. Just Sim again. I think he was being lapped.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Elsonny did get a move there on John Wick in the back finish, straight up to P7 for Elsonny, so looks like he's on for a good finish today. But up front, Hoodham, Rumbostrat battling over P1 here. Gerald Adam takes that fast slap from Kurz, 135.3. B-Bix tantalizingly close onto the back of this DRS train, and Yorse not able to rein in these top 3 guys just yet, but I think it's only a matter of time. And Eversnacks, I tell you what, he is actually not too far away from Yorse now, 1.5.
This might be good for Horser, because if Snacks comes past in a couple laps times, sector 1 yellow flag? If Eversnacks gets past in the next couple of laps, he might be able to drag Horser back up to this top 3. As the mediums might, or the front 3's mediums might fall off a bit, and Snacks might hang on a bit later. So.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a very interesting end of this race, as the top 3 guys are on the oldest tires out of the top 7. XJRC on those 8 lap hards, but yeah, they're going to be okay. I think they will be okay.
Yeah. Should be. we got?
Icewind.
Sim has pitted again for softs.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on with that team. But X.
Oh no, cursed with a 3-second time penalty.
No.
It's not gone well for him. He's got the pace, but a few incidents here and there, and he's kind of in no man's land now.
Yeah, and another guy who's having struggles is X Crystal. We saw that issue he had in the pits, but I don't know if it was that cost him so much time, but he was running pretty high up there as Icewind takes his fastest lap. And yeah, both X Crystals, Icewind out of the points for now, but closing in as X Crystals goes wide. He goes onto the grass into turn 1, almost losing the car completely, but able to join in front of Pep Matman.
Yeah.
Oh, look at Eversnax as well. Eversnax right on the back of Shorty.
Yep. But he is if he gets past here, he's about 3.3 off the lead train. He needs to get this move done because Horton just doesn't seem to have the pace on his hard. He should get the move done down the DRS straight. So, however, this is costing them time to Curse now. Curse is close in about 6/10 in that second sector, I think. So.
Yeah,
Made that 8 temps.
Looks like an easy move here for Eversnax on the back finish straight up to P4 he goes. Is he able to rein in the top 3 guys? He does have the fresher tires out of the top 4. That remains to be seen. It's a big ask. 3.6 is the gap from Eversnax to Bebix.
It's about 6 temps a lap. Maybe more, so then he can overtake the 3 cars as well.
Yeah, and don't forget there is always a chance of penalties as well. So if you're able to get within 3 seconds, there is... Ooh, and what's happening back there?
John Wick almost lost the car and put it into the barrier. Anything could happen here. Some of the corners are tricky, and the car can just go and bang you into the wall, and there's a safety car. So
it's almost like we're willing it to happen right now. This is chance safety car over and over again.
I do that for rain every race. So.
You sick man. Oh, Sim sorries.
Sim, looks like he was pushing for a fastest lap. He gets it as well.
Yeah, race starting to settle down here, but it's not over. Lap 23 of 28, and Eversnax is biting into that lead.
He's 7 temps up right now on them.
And he's broke DRS range to XJRC, which is pretty crucial. XJRC might get it here on this back finish straight, but it's going to be pretty close.
I don't know if he did. It looked like it went over the second. But yeah, Snax is doing what he needs to because Rompo isn't swapping with Hudim down the straight, so they're not like benefiting from the DRS swap. They're just kind of all attached to Hudim, just kind of following him around. So it's his pace against Snax's, really. And it does look like Hudim is running quite low wings on that straight because he didn't burn any battery and he pulled out 3 temps on Snacks.
Change of positions for the Williams guys. So Kevin up to P9, John Wick P10 for now. So team orders at play there because yeah, Kevin on those fresher mediums obviously has the pace advantage at this phase of the race. That gap is maintained for now for Eversnax. We're probably going to see this, isn't it? It's like this, the DRS straights. The top 3 are probably going to make some gains, but Eversnax seems to be making a lot of gains in the infield section of the track.
Yeah, I think overall he gained a second that lap in the end of it. Also, if he keeps that pace up, he'll be on the back of them in a lap and a half, 2 laps. So, yeah, maybe it'll get interesting in the last few laps of the race. As also, yeah, I mean, he does have the freshest tyres, only 1 lap fresher, but...
Yeah, and that gap, 1.7, you can see it coming down, like a tenth per corner, pretty much. He's got a lot of confidence in that traction, funnily enough.
Yeah. Oh, actually, Hudim has broken DRS to Rompo's track. This is actually what Snacks needs. Snacks needs this DRS train to kind of break apart so he can pick them off one by one, because it's difficult when you've got multiple cars ahead of you in the DRS train. You can kind of get stuck there. So he needs them to break apart and start battling themselves, so that he can cruise up and make some easy moves. Yep. Have Bebix swapped around with Rompo strat, maybe trying to get the DRS swap going to catch back up to Hudim.
Yeah, and Curse gets by X Jorse as well. So Curse using these medium tires well. I mean, what's that time penalty? He's probably just pushing it hell for leather right now and throwing caution to the wind.
As his car was wobbling.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. Pushing to the limit. Got to do it though. Try and gap Yorsa by 3 seconds.
Yeah, frustrating race for Curse. He does have that time penalty, but he can see the leaders ahead now. And, yep, there's a move there from JRL Adam into turn 1. So, he's up to P7, is JRL Adam. El Sunny down to P8. So, El Sunny struggling in this phase of the race. He is on older tires, mediums. They're starting to get to that point, aren't they? Hoodham as well, I have to say. Hoodham, Bibix, Rumpo, all at risk here of those mediums falling off a cliff.
Yep. It'll be lap 20, end of lap 26, and then 7 and 8. Watch their times. They could disappear. In
I
terms
forget
of,
that Finley Smith got a puncture on lap 10 yesterday on those medium tires. So those medium tires are closing into puncture territory for sure.
Just depends on how much they've been pushing them. However, yeah, they've all broken up. That oh, someone's round. There's an Alpine round. Is that Horser? Yeah, it was.
Oh,
Horser was spun on the exit onto the back straight. And he's passed by Sonny. He does not look happy on those hard tyres.
Yeah, that corner has claimed a lot of victims today.
Snacks is almost within that DRS range of Rumpo, who has fallen quite far back off the top two. Snacks goes wide. I wonder if he's getting close to a penalty, but he is pushing.
Yeah, he's in DRS range now, so as long as he can hold on to that, and I think he can, because these DRS, DRS has been broken from Rumpo to Bibix, so Eversnack's kind of he needs to get a move on pretty quickly.
Rumpo's pace is disappearing. His tyres might be cooked. He's just losing time everywhere. I don't know if he's made a couple of mistakes, but he's losing so much time.
Yeah, Tenari almost willing Snacks on to the win here. He's saying might have to watch this back at some point. TC off in normal calibration settings. He's cooking.
He is, yeah, he's all over the back of him, pushing like a madman.
Yep, 2 laps left after this one, so Eversnacks really needs to get this move done now on the back finish straight, ideally, and try to rein in the front guys. It's 2.3 from P3 to P2.
Atom has also got within the 3-second range of Curse, so keeps going like this. Maybe P6 is where Curse will finish today.
Oh, and Curse using a lot of ERS on the back finish straight. Eversnack, using a lot of ERS. And gets that done.
He's got 2 laps now. He needs. I don't know if he can make up 2.5 seconds and overtaking 2.5 laps, but he'll give it a go.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe the top 2 will battle as well and make his life easier. Or the tyres could explode.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we don't know what's going to happen here. 2 laps left, and Eversnack's 2.3 is the gap. We'll keep an eye on that. Bibix does have the luxury of DRS from Hoodham, but these tires are very old. Is your say getting past El Sunny up to P7 he goes. And
Snacks is, gaining quite a bit in the corners still. So let's see. I reckon he could, at the end of the lap, be about 1.3 behind, maybe. He just needs a magic lap.
Oh, this is going to be tense. This is going to be tense. Iceland as well, tantalizingly close to points.
Yep.
P11.
Actually, quite a few. There's quite a few people there. Up to P8. Snacks has dropped Rumpo's strat in 1 lap, so
yeah, that's a good sign for
tyres
him.
have gone. Yeah,
And
like
big lockup ahead there. I don't know if that was just graphical glitch or if that was one of the cars actually locking up, which will we'll just spur Eversnacks on.
But Hoodham's looking good right now. He's at the end of this, before the final straight, he's always about 8 tenths clear of Bibix, and that is difficult to overcome. Especially what wing strategy looks like Hoodham's gone with today. Like he's just gapped Eversnacks by about 7 tenths on his own, so He is exceptionally low on downforce. That'll make him a tough person to overtake.
Yeah, and while it was happening,
This is-
Kurse got up to P4, but does have that time penalty still hanging over him. Bebix tantalizingly close to P1 as well. Icewind with a penalty that might rule him out of any points today.
Yep.
What a unfortunate series of events for Icewind. And yeah, Eversnacks doesn't seem to be making a big dent into this gap ahead. 1.9 currently. This is the last lap, so it's probably out of the question. And Kurse is right on the back of Eversnacks. Go ahead.
Yeah, and Bebix has full battery and Hudim is on 30%. And Bebix is keeping like right under the gearbox of Hudim. Struggling through these fast corners with the dirty air when you're that close. As Crystal's, oh, he's 13. He picks up a 3 second as well.
Yeah, if Bebix wins today, oh, there you go. Yeah, if Bebix wins today, I mean, that's going to be emphatic because this is, as I alluded to earlier, his return to SLR. He hasn't raced with us for a while, but comes back and is now in prime position to take the lead. 100% ERS onto the back finish straight we go. Looks like
60.
60. Is it going to be enough? Is it going to be enough?
Oh.
And there's a bit of weaving going on, trying to break that.
Weaving.
Yeah, we don't know if we're okay with that, man.
He's closing. We're at the braking zone. He's going to be there.
Oh, and
to the outside.
Oh, Hudim loses it.
God, him loses it.
He's going to hold on to it. He does hold on to it.
He's going to take. Bebix is going to take the inside for the final corner, and he. Ooh, they get through together.
Oh, wheel banging. Oh, it's going to be side by side. It's very close.
And I think Bebix takes it. Yeah, he does. Bebix takes it.
Oh, my word.
Oh, my. That was close. Bebix hung it out, took the inside, and, you know, got some big balls to go through that corner too wide and not crash. And they did. So, hats off to them. Both probably deserved it, man. They both drove very well today. Yeah, along with Snacks, actually, the podium did. And Atom as well, who finished his 4th after disconnecting and then having a spin as well. So
yeah, absolutely, yeah. Icewind. The biggest loser out there, I think, with that P11. X Crystals as well was leading the championship, but now no points in this race. That might be costly for him. He'll be kicking himself, but I would love to know what their tires were on at the end, those top 2 guys.
They didn't look like they struggled as much as Rompo Strat, who just kind of disappeared.
Wow, what a finish. It all kicked off there in the last lap. But it was Bebix who takes the top step in the Haas, and what a great return to racing for him. Yeah, Hudim just missing out there. He must be kicking himself. It seemed to come down to just that ERS and then that little incident into the penultimate corner. But Hudim did all he could, and it almost was to be, but not quite, not today. He will have to wait until he graces that top step. It's Bebix tasting the champagne today. Hudim in P2 and P3. Eversnacks. I'm very interested in that interview with Eversnacks. Stay tuned for that.
Yeah,
he can't complain about that.
No, it's a solid performance. You know, one extra lap here maybe, and he'd have been on the back of him. Maybe if he didn't get stuck behind Rompo for 3/4 of a lap, you never know. But yeah, it was a solid performance from him, considering the amount of moaning we've had to listen to.
Yeah, hopefully it stops now.
Yeah. Until next week when he spins out lap 2.
But there you go. That's our final standings. Simsoris, yeah, as well. Worth mentioning, he was having a lot of technical issues there. Was very fast this season, so. It's unfortunate to see him so far down the standings. Pep Matman this was his debut race in Tier 2, but does finish the race, so achievement unlocked for that guy.
Race at China. Probably
I know.
Not what you want.
I know. What could be worse, like Monaco or in the wet or something?
Oh, just Monaco in general.
Yeah.
Strat apparently had 91% on his tires, so no wonder they fell off. That's a miracle, that is.
Yeah, that's. He was having to treat them very nicely to get into the end.
Invite them out to dates.
The tire whisperer.
For a bottle of wine, yeah. Tuck them in at night. That's the type of tire management losing from Rumble Strap.
Yeah, hopefully we get a chat with him in interviews. We've got B-Bix here waiting in the wings, so we'll bring him right in. B-Bix, what a finish to the race. That must have been very sweaty for you, crossing the line there, but 0.059 I think was the gap. Just tell us about that last lap and your race overall then. Okay, great. B-Bix, are you there, bro? Talk to me, bro. He's doing something. I can see him like muting and stuff. We'll maybe bring him in a wee second if he gets that sorted. Let's bring in Milos, aka Cursed. You are joining us in the comms booth. Cursed, incredible pace out there today. It looked like the race win was tantalizingly close. Just tell us about how it evaded you today.
I think the simplest analysis is LOL.
No.
I think that's like, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I'm getting a bit of a habit of trolling, it seems.
What happened in quali?
I
last
don't. If I speak, I'm in big trouble.
Because I've never seen a car retire in that spot of China before.
Yes. However, I was coming out of the pits, and there was like 2 cars coming up. I have no clue throwing laps, and I was like, I can get out ahead of them. Whatever. I can gap these guys, no problem. I get about halfway through the snail. I'm like, oh, let me jump off of the track so I don't block him. And then I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I ain't got no brakes on this gravel.
Oh.
And then I was in the wall.
Oh dear, that explains it. Because I've never seen anyone on a lap manage to crash there. So honestly, it makes more sense that you weren't on a lap and somehow managed to do it.
Honestly, from the way quali went, I could kind of tell I was gonna go to crap. It was a really fun race though. Like in all due fairness, like it was quite fun. Catching up to snacks towards the end of that hard stint was pretty fun too. Overtaking him and then bottling because I pressed overtake too early. Lol.
Yeah, you had some serious pace today. As I've seen you've been sweating China quite a bit. So was this a track you wanted to win at, like more than any other?
Yeah, especially after Austria, because I felt like I had pace to be up there in Austria, if not win even. So I was disappointed to be only, I think, well, P8 and then P6 after the penalties. But yeah, I was hoping to get the win here. I knew I had the pace. Even after quali, I was like, well, you know what, whatever. Like it's a long race, and I can manage. I have the pace. I know I can do it. So I was pretty confident going into the race. Maybe too confident. So
we've all been there. We've all been there. Sometimes you sweat too much, and then you put all the pressure on, and you bin it. Yeah. But no, man, you have extremely solid pace, especially today. And to be fair, you're just pretty quick in general. So I'm pretty sure you're gonna get a win or two this season if you keep it up.
Yeah, hopefully. The plan is to win a race at some point, preferably. There's another 12 to go, so plenty of opportunity. Hopefully, throw out some points for the championship fight, but not the best start to to a championship fight right now. But we'll see how it goes.
There's a long way to go.
Yep, indeed.
Don't get me started on 3-second time penalty.
I knew that would just crush you, but yeah, I mean that's the important thing, you know. Whenever something like that happens, you keep your head down and just finish the race as strongly as possible. It's very easy for those things just to creep in and just demoralize you, and it leads to further incidents. So, yeah, I think overall you did. You know, you obviously had the issues in the race, but seemed like you were able to reset, get back up to speed, and a great result in the end for you.
Yeah, I think that was probably one of the strong suits of my drive today was that I just didn't go nah, I don't want it. So you know, I always tried from lap 1 till 28. So that's all I can say. I did my best.
Yeah, and next week we're heading to Silverstone. If you like that track or nay?
I don't mind Silverstone. I don't think I quite have the pace of I had in Austria and China, so maybe some more grinding is needed. But I like Silverstone. I'm not all that confident right now that I'm gonna get a good result there, but we'll see next week.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I love Silverstone, but I found the issue with that is everybody seems to love Silverstone, and yeah, they tend to be quite fast at it. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how you do next week. And as Jamie said, it is a long season. We're only heading into well, this is round 2 of 14 races, and you're consistently picking up points, and that's going to be key to whoever wins the title in the end. So, keep that head down, and yeah, keep doing what you're doing.
Only up from here, surely.
Exactly, bro. But thanks, yeah, for your time in the comms booth. We will speak to you soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, pleasure as always.
Let's bring in Bebix, who has fixed his issues with his mic, I believe. Bebix, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I fixed it.
Oh, there we go. There we
Hello.
go. So yes, tell us about that last lap.
I mean, I knew I couldn't get past. I mean, there was no point getting past the second to last lap, and I waited till the last lap, stayed my RS, and just deployed it all the brakes straight to get past. I can't remember who was in second.
Who done?
Uh,
Yep.
and that was it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, the penultimate corner, he did fight you for that win very, very hard all the way to the line. Was that sketchy, or were you feeling confident even at that point?
Honestly, I think I braked a little bit too early. I don't know. I was a bit scared. And no, I think I had on in the back as I saw he was flashing, and I knew that I would get him in the end.
Yeah, and just tell us about those tires as well. Obviously, you're on slightly older mediums than some guys running behind you. How were they at the end? What percent were you running there in the last
I
lap?
and I think in the last lap I had 63%, 64%. I took really good care of them throughout the stint because yeah, I couldn't get past the guys in front, and I just thought maybe just save tires and maybe at the end I'll try something. And fortunately, one of them I think spun in front of me, and yeah, that was it. And after that, from the second place, it was easier to get past.
Yeah, and as I believe it, this is your return to racing. You haven't raced in SLR for a while. Have you been taking a break from the game?
Yeah, I didn't buy the last two games. I think last F1 22 was my last game, but I quite enjoyed this new one, and I'm happy to be back here at SLR. Yeah, was my first league racing Discord group, and yeah, hopefully I'm gonna get more wins and maybe fight for the championship.
Yeah, I mean that was incredible pace today. Did everything right. No spins. Um, we saw a lot of the top guys spinning out there under pressure, but you held it together, and what a great finish you give us. So yeah, GG in the win, BBX, and look forward to seeing you back on track next week,
Uh,
hopefully.
and I also have one more thing to say. I want to shout out my girlfriend. She was racing me throughout the whole race, staying there with me and telling me what to do, the pace, the gap, the
Wow,
strategy, and yeah, without her, I wouldn't be here
wow,
first place.
yes. So thank you to BBX's partner. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I wish my wife did that. She's currently in on the couch sleeping. Um, yeah, but BBX, yeah, great to see you back on track. Look forward to seeing you in future
Thank you. Thank
races.
you.
And GG.
Have a nice day.
Boy, boy. Right, let's bring in Bottle O Snacks, aka Ever Snacks. He was sandbagging all week, complaining about lack of pace, and brings it home P3. Tell us, Ever Snacks, where did you find that pace from magically?
Well, the thing is, I haven't been sandbagging for just a week.
Come
You
on,
know, I've
bro.
been sandbagging for at least a season at this point. So, I actually, now that I think about it, it was exactly a season ago that I last had a successful race. So, very happy with that. And quite honestly, I do not know where the pace came from. Um, I'm very happy with it. I think the best thing for me was just to practice. I managed to get like 3-4 race sessions in this week. I don't even know how, but yeah, I managed to find the time for it, and I think that's what really helped me. I mean, the pace was there pretty much from the start. The thing is just if I have pace and I spin everywhere, then it really doesn't help me for the race.
Yeah, and I'm sure that was the forefront of your mind in each lap coming out of that, especially onto the back straight finish straight. Just that heavy traction zone and that back end, and you saw other guys kind of fall foul of that. Were you just a wee bit more cautious than usual, or are you just feeling pretty confident on the throttle today?
I honestly, I was feeling pretty confident with the car. I have to admit, I don't know where the confidence came from. Probably just from doing enough laps. But I think I finally found back into that, into the racing zone. It's what I always say. When I drive, I get into the zone and I just do my laps and just drive in peace. And I'm finally away from that thinking about what I'm doing all the time, because I think that's one of my biggest issues. I just think about what I'm doing and then I start spinning. Yeah, I just managed to drive the car today, which is probably a good thing as a racing driver if you manage to drive the car. But yeah, very happy with the results. That went pretty great. And I think one of the things that really helped me today as well is tire management. I think a lot of people drove their tires to like 70-75%. Um, I don't know why. Must have also just been the practice and driving a bit more smoothly than usually. But I managed to keep the tires awake for quite a few laps today.
Yeah, I was just thinking there as well, like, what was I thinking? I don't know. I was thinking about
Were
dinner,
you?
I think. No, I was just wondering, like, are we going to be able to see this carried into the next race, or is it kind of practice dependent then, based on what you're saying?
I think it is practice dependent. I'll of course try to practice for all of the races, but I have to see how much time I have.
Yeah,
But I do also think that yeah.
I was just gonna say next track is Silverstone, so I mean there is that kind of familiar, it's a very popular track. Everybody knows Silverstone, even if it's a different game, it's generally around about the same. So maybe less practice for that one. I mean, China's not really a track you find yourself racing too often, but Silverstone does come up quite often. I mean, that's bound to play in your favor, yeah.
I'm not worried about it. I've been pretty good in China. I think last or 2 seasons ago I won China pretty easily, and now today wasn't. I mean I wasn't really struggling out on track, so um, yeah, just felt good to me. I don't think it is just the practice. I think it's just for some reason that track just clicks for me. And I mean it's the same for Silverstone. I don't worry too much about how much the other guys practice because they're gonna practice, of course. Um, but yeah, it's also just one of my better tracks. I always seem to find some points there, and I'm just gonna hope for the best. I'm just gonna keep driving.
Well, seeing as you do so well at Silverstone, take one Silverstone next week, yeah?
Yeah, man.
Well, actually, I could. Yeah, that'd be an idea. Actually, yeah. I mean, lines allowed. I could do that. Yeah.
Oh, no, you can't race in Tier 2 next week either.
Oh. Uh,
Jelly wants that safety car in Tier 1 back.
I really don't think he does.
I don't.
The other thing I wanted to point out was the two guys that finished ahead of you were reserves, so technically you were the
Oh,
top
both of them.
top finishing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the case. Yeah, and that means you're the top finishing full-time driver. So basically full points. Although not full 25 race winning points, but yeah, you know what I mean. It's gonna look good for the results, I think. And yeah. Oh, sorry, BBX is actually a full-time driver.
Yeah.
I should
Yeah,
know
I think
this.
they got the
I
house.
should know this. Anyway, we'll just overlook that. But Eversnax, yeah, we're looking forward to see how you get on next week then. But if that pace carries across, we expect great things from you.
I mean, those guys are fast, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll take the points for now. I have to help the team as well with Iceman sadly having that spin, and we're gonna be back and pushing next week.
There we go. And yeah, we'll get to driver today, but I think he might be a contender. Bottle O Snacks as I bring in Fedivara. Um, Interested to see how you're feeling after that one. It was a tough race in the end. I mean, it looked good at the opening stint, but yeah, there was an issue in the pit entry for your pit stop. Did a bit of a Hamilton. Seemed to cost you quite a lot of time, Fedivara. So just tell us about that and your race overall.
Yeah, well, starting from quali, it was just terrible. Like, I've got very good toe on the first run with a Atom, And then yeah, I just could improve the second and third quali run. I think I improved like 2 tenths. I set 32.6, probably 32.7. And while in the practice session I did earlier, it was 32.2. But then yeah, just the race was absolutely terrible. Like the start, as you said, was good. I made a few overtakes. Also, people started just spinning and crashing. And then yeah, I was fighting, I think, with Hoodim. I got another screen freeze, which made me lose almost probably 2 seconds. And then yeah, I was really annoyed. And yeah, just went into the pit. I made another mistake on the pit stop, and yeah, I had to change my wing, and then I was just too far away from the others. I was really hoping for a safety car. That's why I didn't retire, but it didn't come out in the end. So yeah, that's just P13, P12. I'll just take it. And fortunately, there were many reserve driver who took the top spot. So yeah, I haven't really lost much, but it is not good for the contractors as well. So yeah,
Yeah, your
that
teammate
was pretty
was
much my end.
not there today to help you out in any way, shape, or form. I mean, GRL Adam was in the other Ferrari. Were you guys working together at any point
No,
in the
we
race?
weren't. No,
No.
we
Okay.
weren't. No, we weren't. We see together. I also think we got slight contact, a crush between us two. But yeah, just for quality, it was good to have his toe, but I just could improve. And then yeah, well, as I said, like I knew it wasn't gonna be a good track for me. So I knew like the pace wasn't even that bad, but I've got a few spots where I was just losing to the others, and then I need to just to figure it out how to fix these screen freezes because they just really annoy me.
Yeah,
Just losing time at that.
it must
So
be
yeah.
very off-putting. But I do have some good news for you. The standings have come out. You maintain the top step. You're P1 in the standings, but you're tied on points with Bebix now. With Icewind and
Oh,
P3.
Vivex is wait, was he?
Yeah,
Yeah, Bebix
he's
is
full
a
time.
main seat driver
Do
now.
you not know this, man?
Oh,
You,
is it there?
jeez,
No, I didn't. I didn't know. I didn't. Okay,
unprofessional.
that's interesting. Well, I'm professional. Yeah, well. Okay, good to know. But
Ferrari also top of the constructors. So yeah, a long season, and yeah. I mean, bad race, but yeah, on to the next one, which is Silverstone, and I know you love that track. It's like a second home for you. How are you feeling about that one?
I never said it was a second home for me, but yeah,
What?
it's a very good track, to be honest.
I
It's
just
well,
set you up there. I mean, we're both from the UK, and you've just insulted us. But go ahead.
wait, who? You and Jamie? Oh,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
yeah, okay. You
Yeah,
know,
well,
no, but yeah,
Silverstone is
well.
in my top 5 favorite tracks, so don't worry about insulting me.
Well, if you like China, yeah, well, I will understand that. But no, but I say that, yeah, it's like my second home, Silverstone, and no, it's a very good track. Like I remember, I think you still remember Chief that win with Alexander. So, well, it's definitely better than China, where I think I'm not gonna drive it ever again, probably. It's just terrible track. And yeah, for Silverstone, looking forward to get the win. I think it's a very good track for me, so we'll see how it goes. And hopefully, I will just figure out how to solve the screen freezes.
Yeah, because there is a
And
lot of
hopefully, there
potential
will
there,
be good news.
Crystal. The race pace statistics are out. P3 was your pace according to that information. So yeah, um, looking good in terms of pace in this tier. And yeah, there's a lot of fast drivers here, but as you can see, anything can happen in the race. And it's
No, but yeah, the level just crazy. Like right now, also for quali, like 2 3 tenths, and then I qualified P14, I think it was. So yeah, just like mistake and you're out of points. But yeah, well, I'm surprised to see the stats. I don't know who's making them, and I don't know how truthful they are. But yeah, good to know third on race pace.
how dare you to
But
question the integrity of our statistics, bro?
No. I'm not. You know, also in Austria, I think I got like 7th on race pace, and I won. So yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know.
I think quite a few people too stopped in Austria, so they should be quicker than you.
Yeah,
Like
that's true.
same for Icewind today. Like he two stopped, and that's probably why he's
Yeah,
like.
well, yeah, Icewind was really fast to be honest. So yeah, well, uh, I'm not like when I saw him spinning, let's say I wasn't that sad, you know, that's it. So yeah,
A small grin came across your face, did it?
yeah, just yeah, like
A
yeah,
cheeky smile.
The
yeah,
mask
yeah.
is
Like
off.
I saw drivers keep crashing, you know, or spinning on that corner, which is terrible. And I remember the number of the corner, but yeah, it was like okay, it's going well. I'm P7. I'm just keeping the current track, and then I get screen freeze and I say, okay, yeah, like yeah, just
That's
it's just annoying.
unfortunate. And then
Yeah, that's
Karma got
unfortunate.
you in the pit lane for smiling at Icewind's demise as well. So.
Yeah, I just over myself, and that was yeah, just so annoyed. Also, yeah, it
It is a
is.
tricky pit lane to get right, funnily enough. It's a
Yeah,
surprisingly
also,
difficult one.
yeah, yeah, but it's fun because in the practice, like in the practice session, I've never had a problem with it. And then quali, I crashed
Yeah, we
full
saw that.
front wing, yeah. And then race, it was another one. So yeah, well, it is what it is.
Indeed. And with that, we will move on, X-Crystal. So we'll see you next week in Silverstone, and
Yep.
see how you get on as we move on to the last driver to join us in the comms booth. It's Icewind. It was looking great early in the race. You had a great qualifying performance, and then obviously that incident you had coming onto the back finish straight seemed to be the story of your race, unfortunately. So just tell us about that and how you kind of came back from that.
I mean, I didn't really get back from that, I guess is the point. But yeah, it's just sort of silly after doing this for as long as I have to still make that such a stupid mistake. But yeah, it's just I slammed overtake. I was on overtake for a little while there already, and then it just just snapped on it and went. There was nothing I could do. Lost about 20 seconds to that. And then, yeah, it was kind of hoping that maybe somebody else will run into trouble. That not enough people did, so I didn't really get back up there. So, yeah, I guess the only positive to take from that is that I lost 20 seconds to that spin. Did a two-stopper, and I was still only 10 seconds away from the leader. So, yeah, I guess that's the only takeaway from this race. I would almost surely be able to get 1 point for myself if I bother reporting a legalized murder in the hairpin, but I honestly don't know if I can be arsed after pinning it myself like that. But yeah, not really sure what to say about that. Just sort of embarrassing, that sort of a mistake. But yeah, it's
everyone makes them. Everyone makes them.
Yeah, I mean, sure, but like doing this for 23 odd years now, so really shouldn't be doing something like that.
Yeah, but it can happen. Yeah. It's this track in particular, like as you said, you got on the overtake. It's probably fine the previous lap, and you've just maybe took a minorly different line and hit a bump a bit differently and gone or something like.
Probably it was like I'll have to look back at it if I can be arsed, but it was probably just a little bit too tight on the line there, and then just no chance to even catch that because it just instantly goes in that corner. So yeah, but I just decided I'll just switch to a two-stopper, try like full attack, screw tire management. And it almost worked. I almost got back to the points, and then I got that one stupid penalty on the final lap, or the penultimate lap, or whatever it was. So yeah, that kind of nailed the coffin for me at the end there. But yeah, I guess the only, let's say, if you look at the standings, a lot of the other drivers around me also didn't really do so well today. Like Fede had even more of a shocker than me, I think, because he was somewhere far behind me. So yeah, wasn't really good for the last races, P1 and 2.
Yeah. Well, another positive I'm looking at here is you started P1, so you got pole in this lineup. That must be a good feeling as well to know that you can pull it off over one lap as well over these guys.
Yeah, it's sort of going a little bit better in this game, the qualifying pace, because that was really my Achilles heel the last probably 3 games before this, to be honest. But yeah, it was okay. I made like one pretty bad mistake on that lap even, so it wasn't really perfect. So yeah, I think quali pace is there. Would have been interesting to see what I could have done in the race. I think I might have had some issues with tire wear against some of the guys, but yeah, would have been fun to see. Maybe next week.
Yeah, getting to next week, Silverstone. What do you think? What are your feelings on that track? Are you hopeful for a win maybe there?
I have not done a single lap in this game on that track, so I have no idea what to expect, to be honest. I've generally been really quite surprised what sort of direction you have to go on the setup on many of the tracks, so that's going to be another unknown. At least I should have some time to practice next week still, because I'm still on holiday for 1 week, and after that it's going to be much more difficult once again. But yeah, we'll see what we can do. I think I have one good race in Silverstone in SLR, and in other races I really don't have a good track record on that track in SLR. So sort of hit and miss in the past. We'll see what happens. It's my only sort of a win on that track in Tier 1. It was really pure luck on that day, but
don't do this to me.
No, but it's the truth.
No,
Everybody else just
fake news.
gambled their strategy wrong, except me and Mackinder. So we ended up like 15 seconds ahead of everybody else because of that. So that obviously doesn't happen on pace.
Icewind, this is Icewind quote, I only won the race because everyone else was slower than me.
No,
Come on, bro.
it's because they guessed the strategy, the weather wrong. That's the only reason.
Yeah, well, we look forward to that. I know, I've seen some strong performance from you before in Silverstone, so very much looking forward to that next week. And as you alluded to, like, there's a lot of fast drivers here, but if you look at the standings, like, X Crystal didn't score any points, was leading this championship heading into this race, is still leading the championship, but Bibix tied for first now. And you're just there in the wings, P3, only 7 points behind. Long season, so yeah.
I think the trouble for me will be back to work after next week, so it's that will probably hamper some of my practice and probably really hurt my quali performance, at least, because I've really learned that if I want to go fast in quali, I need to do a lot of laps and a lot of practice sessions for that. I think the race pace, to be honest, will be there regardless of what I do. I think that's that just comes from my spine these days. So it's just the quality stuff that I will have to try to keep up in the last race. It's looking good, of course, in the first 2, but have to somehow try to keep up that form to be competitive in the upcoming races, I think.
Yeah, a lot of challenging tracks coming up. Monaco being one. We've also got the races coming up as well.
Oh my god. There is a lot of, like, I think the next trio of tracks is not really something that I enjoy. Like, okay, Silverstone is alright, but then you get Kota and Monaco, and that's... Wow, if I get points from those 2 races, I'll be happy.
Blame the calendar team for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly, like, I was thinking the other day with Mackinder, I think in Monaco, and SLR Monaco in specific, I think the record is that I've only changed my front wing 3 times in a race, and that's like the best effort I've managed in an SLR Monaco race in the past. So yeah, we'll see how those go.
Okay, well, it's been a pleasure
Have to
speaking
get
to
through
you.
Silverstone and Kota anyway first. So
Yeah, I think Kota is a track where you do need practice, and those track extensions are always there with the S's, and
Yeah, and that's kind of the problem because I'm back to work on that week. So that like the one track where I would actually need. Yeah, it's like a lot of, especially, I'm obviously not running line or anything like that, so there's a lot of blind corners that you have to learn on that track, for example. So like how to turn in and also figure out a setup that will suit me.
Yeah.
So it's not too oversteery, for example. Like, something I always struggle with on that track.
Okay. Well, we will wrap it up there. Ice, thanks for taking the time
Right.
to join us in the comments booth. We appreciate that, and look forward to seeing you back on track next week.
Thanks, boys, and good luck in the race tomorrow, Chief.
Okay. Yes. Don't want to talk about that. So all that remains to be done, Jamie, is our nominations for Driver of the Day. It's basically the highlight of the stream. The race is secondary to this. Driver of the Day, I'm gonna put you in the spot. Who do you nominate for that one?
You know what? He had a lot of issues during the race, and he kept coming back. And I think in the end he finishes P4, and that will be Atom.
Yeah,
for me.
good call. Yeah.
I think disconnecting, having a spin right after coming back from disconnecting. Yeah, for me, it's a solid drive from him. So yeah, mine's Atom.
Yeah, I have to say, Hoodum, we'll have to throw him in the mix as well, because he started P11 and he got up to P2. Didn't see him much in the early part of the race, and he just was there or thereabouts. In the end, just missing out on that race win, and we just need one more nomination. What do you reckon? We're going to go with the race winner. Seems obvious.
I think we should. He was returning to league racing, right, for the first time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And he turns up and he clutches up on the final lap with a really good move. So yeah, makes sense.
Yep, and that about does it. We'll pass on those for the Driver of the Day vote for the Discord. So, if you want to join the Discord, it's in the video description. And as Ice alluded to, we'll be heading to Tier 3 tomorrow at China, and quite nervous about that one actually. But we'll see how that goes. It's usually a good time in Tier 3 though. It's usually we've got a good collection of drivers there. I mean, myself excluded from that.
Oh yeah.
I know. Get the violins out. Anyway, I'll prove it to you tomorrow how bad I am. How about that? Jamie, it's been a pleasure. Kit as well, waiting in the wings there, giving us some background information that we missed or might have skipped over. But yeah, it's been a pleasure once again, and we will be back next week for Tier 2 in Silverstone. But tune in tomorrow for the Tier 3 race. It's 2000 CEST. We'll be back at China. So look forward to that one. So yeah, all that remains to be said is good night, everyone, and thanks for watching.